Welcome once again. This is SALT, our School of Accountable Living, Timing and Earning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're calling from, coming in from. I'm your uncle here, C. Val. This is SALT, our School of Accountable Living, Timing and Earning, our home where we talk about life. Everyone who looks at this, who watches our videos, anyone who takes a look at our website, anyone who joins us in any of our events, one thing is common with all of us. We are all students of life. We live every day. As long as you live every day, you learn something new. And life is such a good teacher. Could be harsh, could be tough, but you will learn something. That's definite. This is a place where we talk about family, the home, the community, talk about love, talk about faith. Faith in ourselves, faith in the who I am, faith in the next person, before we talk about faith in God or faith in any deity. Like I promised, this particular video will be talking about cooperation. Let's get down to the root word. Cooperation is what gives birth to cooperatives. Like I said, if we cooperate, we'll be able to create systems that sustain over longer time, systems that sustain beyond my lifetime, systems that transit one generation to another. And when we come to economics, we are talking about systems of production, not just systems of belief. So my system of belief, my ideology in life, and a few other systems, system of education, and even technology, they must, one way or the other, culminate in a viable and profitable system of production. System of production is the bottom line. Now, like I said, if Africa will ever transit from hand to mouth economy, Africans must cooperate with Africans. There's a law in life. Whoever wants to invest in you, if another person, an outsider, a third party must invest in me, you must see what I brings on the table to and evaluate that particular valuable in terms of the currency of the day. Here we are talking about naira or US dollars. If you would like to invest 100,000 naira or 100,000 US dollars in me, you would like to see what do I have as a seed around which your investment money would spin to generate more value, otherwise known as return on investment, is an offspring of a profit. So, having said that, we come back to our discourse, which is cooperatives. You must change your mindset and the way you look at cooperatives as a group of people that government gives handouts. See cooperatives in this broader view that there's no viable enterprise on planet Earth that does not have a core that is cooperative in nature. Facebook, or you call it the metaverse, I mean, you call it Alpha Beta, you call it Microsoft, you call it whatever, whatever conglomerate, whatever multinational, RG, Mobile, MTN, whatever you have. Credit Agricole is actually or the cooperative. Mondragon, Toyota, name it, wherever it is in this world. Outlook might be capitalist, but the core will always have more than one person cooperating with each other. And when they cooperate, they create the value output of what their cooperation is, what other people begin to see as the company or corporation evolving. It is their understanding of each other, the room they make for each other to express his or her ingenuity, the slack that the owner of the money, the one investing money, cuts for the one investing reasoning, technological prowess. That the slack they cut each other as it begins to unfold, as it begins to manifest, people are employed, more profit are churned out. The downlines are distributing some products or services and making more profit on their own without having to beg anyone for those profits. That's dignity of labor. That's dignity of the human life and human existence. Now, cooperative is not like one big man having a heap of gold somewhere and the rest will come every morning and worship and get a piece of it to go buy food. No. Cooperative is about no matter what you bring on board, you recognize that you are because we are. And we recognize that we are because you are. If a man controls 50 to 90% of a corporation, and there's no signage, there's no agreement, there's schism between him and the rest of the people in their thousands who share the remaining 10% or 20% or 30 or 50%. When there is such schism, they will never be able to maximize their potentials. Why? Because in this life, money might answer all things. But without a human being, there's no one to create money in the first place. Because there's no devil anywhere that will create money for you. God is not interested in creating money for you. Money is a product of the human mind. So you say money answers things. First of all, have some regard, have some respect for the human beings because it will always take a community to give value to money. So the first thing first is we talk. We reason together. We agree. And then one core ingredient I leave for you in this video is that every talk, every agreement must talk and think about sustainability over long time. Around me, I have seen three very distinct formats of cooperatives. The multi-purpose cooperatives that they sustain year after year. You're allowed to withdraw maybe once in a year. And sometimes it takes up to 6 months before you can receive your money that you've applied to withdraw. That cooperative. Most government agencies have a staff cooperative of this format. There's another one we call Ajo or Akawo. English wise is called thrift. Thrift, you contribute every day and you can collect at the end of the month, you can collect in the middle of the month, you can collect at the end of a year, you can collect at the end of 3 months, anytime. But in this particular one, you pay the center in order to save and accumulate. You ask yourself, if I started with saving and collecting at the end of a month, when will I transit to collecting at the end of a year? And when will I transit to having something grow over time? When will I become an investor? In every job, people get loans. And sometimes the loans are more than what they have invested. Do you know that there are people who do not contribute every day, but they have a bulk money with those collectors of their job, those collectors of the thrift? and they are able to give you bigger money and get a good collateral from you, and they make a profit on the interest you pay. When will you transit from the daily contributor to the yearly investor? Think about it. Then there is the third format that we have seen going, gaining momentum in our midst these days. That third format is people contribute from January to December and they collect their monies together and do what? Share it. If there are profits they made in loans given out, they share everything. At the beginning of another year, mostly February, they'll start again to contribute towards December again. Most contributions starting from February are targeted at having beef, having a cow to kill in December, having some bags of rice to go home with in December, having some oboroko, stockfish and the rest of it, dry fish, foodstuff down. All these have been what the format of reasoning that has kept Africa in poverty over time. We are appealing for everyone. If you did one this year, you are not a sinner. But there's time to grow. There's room to grow. Africa must not remain what? A thrift, a hand-to-mouth economy, where the majority, more than 90%, are doing their contributions towards end of year. Buy a new clothes, a bag of rice, get a new car, you are all the same. Creating sustained means of production where people are employed and pensioned is the next challenge waiting and watching, looking me and you in the eyes as Africans, young and old. If you have enjoyed any of the three types that I mentioned before, it is time we upgrade to the fourth type of cooperative, production driven cooperative. Not just where we consume things. Yes, a multipurpose can buy things cheaper for our members, and our job can buy things cheaper for our members and equally help you save. Which means it gives you, it's a bit difficult for you to save. But watch, me remaining at the same place, at the same level of reasoning and behavior every year is not the best for Africa or for me. So thank you very much for your time in this video. I made this appeal, and the next video will be elaborating more on our need to transit from the daily consumers, the monthly consumers, the yearly consumers to longer term production mindset. Thank you very much.